Little green men, flying saucers, Area 51 and... Wait a minute, what's that? The SCP Foundation? What are these guys doing here? Well, given the fact that conspiracy after conspiracy seems to be wrapped up and called around itself in regard to that mysterious place known only as Area 51, it seems only fitting that we hypothetically attempt to wrangle the two together and see what fictional anomalous monolith it can or could ever assemble. The fact of the matter remains, Area 51 and the SCP Foundation are two peas in a pod when it comes to underground shadowy facilities orchestrating extraterrestrial activity. So let's see just exactly what they've got in common. Hello Internet, what's going on? And once again, welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, life's biggest questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if the SCP Foundation is hiding in Area 51? Wait, what? Roll the clip.
Let's get this party started.
For the curious amongst you, that clip was from Joss Whedon's phenomenal horror mashup, The Cabin in the Woods. And the real question to that scene is, why the hell would they have a button labelled as System Purge just lying around? Surely that's just asking for trouble, right? And in this case, under the parameters of our given hypothetical scenario, would the SCP Foundation ever have a similar kind of button? Well, of course not, because they're not stupid. Either way, Cabin in the Woods is an awesome film, and it's a fitting visual depiction to set the scene as we tackle this particular question. For those that don't know, Area 51 is an Air Force military installation that is currently located primarily beside the geographical area of Groom Lake in the Amargosa Valley of Nevada that is believed by many to be harboring extraterrestrial life and or technology. On the flip side to that, the SCP Foundation is a fictional shadowy government organization that dedicates its existence to containing thousands upon thousands of anomalous objects and entities, many of which seek to destroy the very fabric of reality and all life as we know it. Yeah, there's a lot to it, but if you're not up to speed with the inner workings of the SCP Foundation, why don't you take a look at our many SCP-based videos to brush up. Believe me, there is quite a lot to get through. In fact, believe it or not, under the many mysterious confines that characterize both of these organizations, the SCP Foundation already has an addressal of the Area 51 site in its own archives. And believe it or not, there is much more to it than just being a highly guarded, mysterious facility that the US government wants to keep secret, because in this case, it's alive. Yeah, let me explain. As the record states, SCP-1051 isn't a facility at all, but in fact is a large immobile organism that is presumably of an extraterrestrial origin. Its shell, as in the brick and mortar walls that denote its structure, measure approximately 700 meters by 500 meters by 50 meters. This shell, which is anomalous in nature, serves to mimic what was previously the Area 51 Air Force Base, and since at least the late 1950s, SCP-1051 has remained in appearance as the infamous aircraft hangar in question. And if that's not already insane enough, the nature of SCP-1051 is to function as an ambush predator, which lures its prey toward it using a variety of sociological and psychological manipulation. And if that's the case, the most recent Storm Area 51 phenomena may have very well been fabricated by SCP-1051 itself, setting itself up for an all-you-can-eat buffet, given the fact that over 1 million people have signed up to supposedly take part in the event. And if that is the case, then please count this as a notice of warning to not attend, because you'll be eaten alive by a giant alien aircraft hangar. Yeah, that's a pretty good reason to not go, right? And trust me, it only gets worse. SCP-1051 will periodically produce and launch what can only be described as eggs from itself. They are elliptical in design but are flattened at the bottom to make a dome shape. And yeah, you can guess what those things are, right? Because if you couldn't have guessed by now, the origin of SCP-1051 is explicitly tied to another infamous extraterrestrial conspiracy, Roswell, New Mexico. You see, it's believed that 1051 arrived on Earth in an egg during an event that occurred on July 8, 1947. Originally, it was discovered by the United States Air Force, which then transported it to the Groom Lake Area 51 facility in Nevada, where it remained hidden from the Foundation's knowledge up until an event that occurred in the late 1950s. And that's where things got really interesting. I mean, that's if a sentient biological alien disguising itself as an aircraft hangar isn't already interesting enough. You see, that's because the egg in question, which was first thought to be a meteorite, actually hatched whilst in containment at the Area 51 facility, and an extraterrestrial entity emerged from within and then absorbed one of the researchers inside of itself in a typical cinematic sci-fi horror fashion. Slowly, over some grotesque process that caused the facility to be completely evacuated, the survivors witnessed Area 51 shedding its skin, so to speak, before rebuilding itself biologically to perfectly resemble assemble the hangar. And now that's where it waits, luring unsuspecting humans to itself, where it feasts on their biological matter. Its intentions or motivations are unknown. Despite no lack of trying, the Foundation itself and its researchers know barely anything about the entity, and as so far the only course of action is to keep it contained behind fences, minefields, and armed guards. The one thing they do know though is that SCP-1051's main danger is that of information leakage by disseminating information about itself through anomalous means, luring in conspiracy theories alike to snack upon. Why? No one knows. Maybe it's just hungry. But due to its efforts, the Foundation's only means of containment are the denial or falsification of rumors surrounding Area 51's existence. Yeah, this whole thing's kind of worrying, isn't it? In fact, 1051's efforts haven't gone unnoticed by the Foundation. As far as they're aware, the entity has uploaded various claims of false information to numerous conspiracy websites across the internet, including instances of information of various spacecraft being reverse engineered inside itself, various Men in Black theories of extraterrestrial contact, its use as testing for various anomalous technologies such as weather controlling devices and teleportation machines, various messages in radio and television transmissions regarding its use by a shadow government, and even revealing mask orders to the US military intelligence to officially reveal its own existence. Yeah, again, if this isn't already telling enough, I'd think twice about that whole Storm Area 51 thing, because yeah, you'll be eaten by an anomalous alien aircraft hangar. So yeah, you've been warned, guys. Don't go. And there we have it. Clear as day, the SCP Foundation certainly aren't hiding in Area 51 because they're containing Area 51 themselves, given the fact that it's a giant terrifying alien. Who knew? What did you guys think? Do you agree, disagree, have any more to add? Then let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Before we depart from today's video though, let's first take a quick look at some of your more creative comments from over the past few days. First up, Daniel May says, what if there's nothing in Area 51? Yeah, that's probably for the best, isn't it, Daniel? Nothing here, folks. Move on. No giant alien entities eating people. None at all. Next up, Smokey420 says, what if Highlander was real? Well, that's easy, Smokey420, because there can be only one. Blade Revel says, nice video. Thanks, Blade Revel. And finally, Jinxes says, I'm scared now. Yeah, me too, Jinxes. Me too. On that note, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in today's video. Just stick around all the way until the end. If you were a fan of this video or just Life Speaks questions in general, then please be a dear and hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.